Well, good afternoon, everybody. JT in the Studio 10-4 live weekly update here for you for the last Wednesday of June 2022. Hope you guys are all doing good. We're sitting out here and we're chilling in the studio, man. It's cooking again outside, but not as bad. We're heading downward into a little bit of a cold snap. For July 4th weekend, it's definitely a big deal. I mean, we're going to be in the 80s here, and that's a huge thing. As you guys can see, I'm wearing my Folsom Pro Rodeo shirts. We got the Folsom Pro Rodeo coming into town this weekend, and it's a big deal around here. We have a 3-day event, and it's actually a nighttime show. So opens up at 6, goes from 6 to 10 every night. Fireworks every night. The motorcycle stunt guys, like the guys that are G-Bats that show up every year, same kind of guys, maybe even the same guys. I don't know. I have to ask them one of these days. But they close the show, and then we do fireworks after that every night. And then we have a saloon on site at the rodeo that runs from 10 to midnight. And I will be actually the saloon manager on Friday night, one of my volunteer deals I do every year for the rodeo. And then Upper Gate, run the Upper Gate on Saturday night. And then Sunday night's our play night. Miss Julia and I will be at the rodeo having fun getting the VIP treatment. And it's sold out already. All 3 nights, all sold out. So kind of a big deal. Hope everybody's doing good. I got Joe Wilson in the studio right now. It must be a slow start today. Lots to talk about. Man, there was a lot of shows this weekend. First, I want to say Dan the Man is probably, I would be surprised if he's on tonight. He is doing what needs to be done to get everything out for the latest edition. That will be the July edition of 10-4 magazine. And we're right up against it here with the 29th. We got one more day this month. Usually we launch around this time, so we'll see what happens. It's been hard to keep that going because so many shows, and we've had a bunch. Jamie Williams, good afternoon, my friend. Good evening to you. Ethan Hale, what's going on? Evening. How are you doing? How are you and your dad doing, man? Here we go. Dan the Man. July issue starts hitting the streets on Friday. So, hey, there you go. You guys will have it for the weekend. That'd be exciting to see what's coming up for the July 2022 issue. Like I said, man, there was a bunch of shows this last weekend, one of which Team 10-4 was at. Most of Team 10-4, I should say. And then we had some other Team 10-4 members, such as Eric Hill, who's going to be with us in the show later, who was at one of the other shows that was going on. He was at the Dirty Business Truck Show. Southern Idaho Truck Show was going on this weekend. The Souza Memorial in Merced, California, which is the one that we were at, myself, Dan and Shan, Tim and April. And of course, promoting Trucking for Kids, who are sponsoring the show today. Trucking for Kids held September 11th at Irwindale Speedway. Todd, nice to have you. Yeah, man. Getting ready for I-80 Truckers Jamboree July 4th. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of more shows coming up. So, yes. Hey, Terry, welcome to the show. Nice to have you. Everybody give Terry a shout, new to the show, first time on. Yeah, we're hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. Thank you, Ethan. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Anyway, and the other, so Souza Memorial in Merced, California was where we were at. And Texas Trucking Show was another one that was going on this weekend. So 1, 2, 3, 4 shows, back to back to back to back across the country. Those are the ones we have on the calendar. I may have missed some that weren't listed or that we don't know about that were going on. And who knows? I mean, there's just a lot of shows going on. So that being said, I don't know if everybody endured what we did at Merced. It was 105 degrees out there, and the afternoons were just absolutely barbecue time, man. I mean, not the kind you like to smell and have on the grill. It was us being barbecued out there in the heat. It was hot. We got through it. We took turns kind of, finding places to go and cool down, whether go back to the hotel or maybe hit up a local restaurant or something, just to duck in and hydrate and eat. And that's kind of what I did. It was just, I needed to do that. It was hot for me, but lots of water, lots of Gatorade to keep our body temperatures down, man. It was something. Um, let's see. Hi, Scott Brabston. Nice to have you on the show. Yeah, man, you go to the show in Louisville. It's you don't want to miss that. If you've never been, you want to definitely go to Louisville for Mid America Truck Show, and of course, Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Contest every year. Next year, I'm sure, is going to be as big or bigger than it was this last year, and without a doubt, it just keeps on getting better and better as one of those shows that has something for everybody. That I'll tell you what, and this is a conversation. I'll probably talk with Eric a little bit about this, but the show he was at this weekend, it was a little bit of a different show. And I think because there's so many shows, and this is just my opinion, okay, for whatever that's worth. I think there's so many shows, get-togethers, jamborees, truck-ins, whatever you want to call them, going on, but they're all flying under the same title of truck show. I think we need to get a little more specific about what we're doing and not have everything be a truck show because it's not. So the reason being is truck shows generally, I think, fall under the category of competitive, and there's judging and there's trophies, and it's a show. And that in the case of Dirty Business this weekend, that wasn't what they did. That was a real honest to goodness get together. And I think that there's a lot of shows here that we could probably help each other out by doing that. And the reason I say that is because I think what that would do is it would better delegate people to where they need to go and where they should be during this year. And I don't know how many shows are going to come back in 23. We'll see. I think a lot of them are. I think some of them are going to, that came around this year for the first time. They might say, you know what, this isn't really for us, and we need to do something different. It could happen. And if it does, I think that's going to be okay. Because I'll tell you, man, there's more shows in this year than there has ever been. And it's a big country that there's a lot of trucks, but when you go out and you start, the biggest show of the year in Louisville every year, and you get, everybody that's anybody that's going to be in truck show competition at that show, there's a lot that goes into that, man. A lot that goes into that to make that happen. And I think a lot of these other shows, I think they would get even more people if they called themselves, truck get together, truck in get together weekend barbecue fun. No, I don't know. Help me out, guys. We'll figure it out and call it something, whatever it is. But something different, because that would probably have people showing up just to go and hang out and be somewhere where there's good food, good drink, good people, no competition, just a good place to hang out, That's it. And hey, Tim, what is up, man? Good to have you back, buddy. I miss you, man. You went under the radar there for a while, but thanks for chiming in and um, I'm glad somebody agrees, because I think I'm onto something. I do. I think that there probably could stand to be a little bit of sorting out of what's going on in our truck horizon of weekends that we have that are huge, man. I mean, how many shows can you have? And I mean, really, there's some super dedicated guys out there that are going to a lot of, top-notch shows that are competing on a regular basis. And these guys, man, I'll tell you what, it's costing them a lot to do it, and it's not easy. Bubba, Krista, what's going on, guys? I'm definitely glad to have Bubba back in the show every week. It's last week's show was a lot of fun. That was a good one. So anyway, let's talk more about that. And Eric Hill, right now, I'm going to bring Eric in. Eric's with us, of course. Eric is at a lot of the shows out there in the Midwest and different areas where we can't all get to, and we try to delegate people where we think that it fits best. And cost, man, I'll tell you, cost flying anywhere right now is just stupid. So um, it just is. It's Anyway, hopefully something changes here in the next couple of years for us and we can afford to get out to more shows. But Eric, how you doing, buddy? What's going on over there?
Good, JT. I didn't mean to scare everybody when you brought my picture up, man. Scared me.
Hey, hey.
Now you know what I have to look at every morning. It's frightening.
Well, it doesn't start out that way, does it? Or it gets better, I hope.
Not really. It is what it is. So
It is what it is. That's right. That's right. We got quite a few in the show today with us. Mr. Jamie Williams, Bubba, the Eddie Staley. Eddie, what's up, buddy? I saw Eddie in Merced. My friend. You know what, Eddie? Good to see you, bud. Next time I see you, man, we're gonna have to put you on and talk trike there because he's on an electric scooter getting around now. And you'll have to tell me too, Eddie. Why is it fast, Eddie? Because you're fast now, or you used to be fast before, or what? I can't remember. The COVID brain. It's some of its stuff is just falling out, and it's never come back. So we'll have that conversation at Truckin For Kids, I'm sure. So, Eric, you were at Dirty Business this weekend. So give us the show wrap on Dirty Business because everything you told me, I think everybody needs to hear. That was good stuff.
yes, it was. I'd like to extend our conversation a little bit and say hi to my friends out there: Joe Wilson, Jamie, Ethan Hale, Todd, JC All, Dan the Man, Bubba, Tim, Cody. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing well. Um, as we were talking earlier, John, this was another show. It was similar to large cars and guitars in April. It's not your typical truck show. Your typical truck show has got competition, awards, judging, and as much as we hate to admit it, there's sometimes drama with that, sometimes emotion involved with that. This show did not have that. It was like large cars and guitars in the sense of I thought it was like a gathering. Um, You had beautiful trucks. You had about 90 trucks there. I counted them on Saturday morning.
I think Eric.
There we go.
Oh,
We're
there you go.
back.
You're back. You're
Yeah.
back.
Um, we had great weather. We had a little bit of rain Friday night and early Saturday morning, but it cleared up in the afternoon. So overall, the weather was great. There was great food, great attendance, great participation. We had bands that played on Friday and Saturday night. Jay and Guthrie was gracious enough to host a barbecue on Saturday evening. The food was great as it was last year. We had a great silent auction, probably one of the best I've ever seen. And then there was a regular auction after that. Then we had great fireworks. I imagine it went on for 20, maybe 30 minutes.
Man.
So, as I stated about large cars and guitars, I think to really make that place like a circus, the only two things you were missing were clowns and rides, and that's it. And it
Amusement
was a
rides
great
over here.
time. Um, the thing I liked most about it, and maybe some of the folks that were there, like Jamie, could pitch in and maybe confirm this, but I got to spend time with a lot of people that I normally don't get time to talk to. It's more than a 5 or 10 minute conversation, and one of those conversations was with Jamie, and I really appreciate that time. I met some new people. I got to know Guthrie and Jay's staff a lot better. They're the ones that really assist with putting on a great show like that. And I cannot come up with a criticism of the show at all. It was just a lot of fun. One of my friends, and he's a friend to 10-4, is Jacob Gunderson. He and I were talking along with Steve Moss on Sunday morning. And Jacob made a comment about, I'm kind of depressed that the show's over with. And that's kind of how I felt Saturday morning, or Sunday morning. It's such a great event. You hate to see it come to an end, but everything comes to an end. But I just love going to that event. The Hawthorne family is incredible people. You get the Midwest flavor of really, really nice people. It just was a fun time, and can't say enough about it. And I wish we had more shows like that. maybe this is a template that other shows where we are doing judged events should look at this template because I think it works. And you can tell people, I mean, you see people laughing and having fun, having cocktails. It's a party environment. It's just a great time. I
Well,
can't.
and to that point of what went on there this weekend, and this is something we've been kind of having to battle a little bit out here with Truckin For Kids. Listen, there's not one model or one template for every show. There just isn't. There's no such thing. And there's so much going on at each show that's different, whether it's the venue, the purpose, the people running it, you know, all these different factors come into play. Also know this, that and I'm speaking to the audience, and some of you guys already know this, but others that are going to be watching this, maybe not the ones who are watching right now, but others that are going to be watching this are going to, say, well, how come you don't do this, and how come you guys aren't doing that, and all these different things. There's all these scenarios that come up. Sometimes it's out of control of the people that actually are, running the show. We are all under the guise of the venue, and the venue has rules and regulations and things that you have to bow to in order to have your show at their venue. It doesn't always mean you get to have your show the way you want it. So know that going in. That being all said, in this case, you guys had a show that you went to where it was just there was no stress, no competition for trucks competing for trophies, ribbons, or otherwise anything, no judging. Food was provided, drink was provided. It was a get together. It was a real nice place to just get together, hang out, like-minded people in a environment that all the stress was kind of removed, I think.
And that nails it, John. And I hope I didn't come across as being critical of other shows.
Oh, no, 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 not at all.
Certainly not.
It's just like I said, no, not you at all. It's more to the point of just letting people know, we all have ideas. We all want to try to put out the best possible thoughts to and ideas to anybody's show. If we can add something to it or ask questions of why didn't you do this or why didn't you do that? We're getting a lot of that. We've been getting a lot of that because of course, Truckin For Kids. This year is September 11th on a Sunday, and we're doing what we have to do to make it work with the venue that we're having the show at, which is the Irwindale Speedway. And in our case, they're telling us what we can and can't do. So believe me, guys, everybody's got a great idea, and trust me, we've got a bunch of them. So not that we don't want to hear yours. Just know when you talk to us, let us know in a way that's helpful and constructive. Trust me, things that you want, we've already crossed bridges and want to, and we're working on all of it. And 23 is a new year. 22 is here now. Just support us and help us get to this one and make it happen, just as you would anybody else's show. And we all go to shows all over the country, and we try to have the best experience possible. And we hope that everybody did what they could to make it a better place and a better show to go to. So, sounds like to me, I like the dirty business model. I do. I like that. I think that's again where it becomes something different. It's not a truck show anymore. Now it's the dirty business, truck rally, get together, feast, barbecue, whatever. I don't know. I think there's some things to think about there. And of course, listen, what is getting together with trucks all about? It's all about trucks. And from that show, here are some pictures that Eric has sent over to me for us to share. And these are from this weekend, right?
That is correct, John.
Do you have some anything you want to add to commentary as we go through? I'll kind of flip through them. Okay.
Sure. This was a nice looking W9 that was right outside from our booth. A couple of things I liked about it. I like a lot of times you'll see just black and green paint schemes. I like this one because it had the gray as the base, and then you had that Seminole classic KW paint job, and then it was outlined with the green stripes. I thought it was a really good looking truck. I liked the frame on it. It was a lighter green than It looked like a little bit lighter green than the striping around the Seminole paint job, but I thought it was a really sharp truck, and it caught my eye. And being right by the booth, I walked by it several times and just had to take a picture of it.
Nice looking ride. Look at that, an international.
Yeah, I have to. There was some comments I made about that. There was two of them there. Right? There was one, the gray and red one. The one parked next to it was the blue and gray one. And I'm a truck guy. I love trucks. I like Pete's the most, but I like them all. And I just want to give some love to the internet or the Navistar folks. So,
I'm glad you did. You know what? Listen, man, guys are gonna laugh, right? But I actually like the look of some of the old Western stars, man.
yep. And same way with this one. Um, uh, our high school colors were similar to this, and I like that color, but it's the new style, Pete. And I know there's mixed feelings about that.
Oh boy.
Um, but I like that truck. I like the color, and
Yeah.
it's a really new truck. And again, it was parked right next to the booth, and so were the internationals. So I had to get photos of that truck as well. So
And what is this model? What are we calling this?
um,
Is it even a 300 series
it
truck
is not.
anymore?
It's not a 300 series. I think it's a 5 series, from what I heard from some of the discussions this weekend. And I know our Pete experts that are online will probably provide us with the correct
And
model.
so I'm assuming a 567, Bubba says. So this is our version of a 990, I guess, right?
Well, that is a good point to make. I'm hearing differing stories that when Pete discontinues the 389,
Yeah.
they're going to build a model that's similar to the Pete's version of the 990. But whether that happens or not, nobody really knows. So we'll see when that time comes. But that's the current Aero version of the
Yeah.
389.
I
So.
well, I'm sorry, guys, not a fan. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just not. Okay. Anyway, now you're trucking.
Yeah, there's a couple reasons why I took this picture. First of all, it's a nice truck. It's Steve Moss's truck. It's a '94 Pete. The one thing that's on here is it's got a flat top sleeper, which
Yep.
is different from the regular 63-inch Pete sleepers. I love the paint scheme. My Roush is very similar in color to this, only it's reversed, red with silver stripes. So I'm partial to that color. But to me, that is a look of a classic um, Pete. I mean, it's got the double J brackets for the headlights.
Yep.
Just it's a beautiful, beautiful truck. And Steve told me a little bit about the truck, and it's a really, really nice truck. Um, Galen Hammett was over there talking with Steve and I about this truck, and just a beautiful truck. It's in great shape for a '94, and I'd have a truck like that all day long.
Well, I'll tell you where you're not gonna see that truck.
Where's that?
California.
Yeah,
California.
no, that is true. And might I add, John, that truck next to it, I like that truck as well. That was a
Yeah.
very nice truck, that burgundy truck. Um, of the paint colors I saw this weekend, this is not a great picture of it, but was close to other trucks. This is a recent build. I love this purple color.
I've seen this truck before, yeah.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what struck me about this, Pete, was it was just a gorgeous color. And then the sunlight, that purple really had a deep, rich look to it. And
And that's a 389.
that's correct.
So
Yep.
it took a 389 and they've got double J brackets on it and blinker bars. And you know what? So take a note, guys. Let me tell you, man. Anybody out there who wants to put your double J brackets on there and you're saying the double J doesn't make something like that for the 389, well, that may be specifically if you read the package, it doesn't list it as a fit, but there you go. It's done. Somebody made it happen. They got the blinker bars and the light brackets on there. I think to finish it off, if they put the steps on the rear of the fender, man, boy, that would be a cool retro complete look. But I like it. I like the look, man. It's a good looking truck.
Yeah, I just love the color of it. I walked by that truck several times.
Yep, good one. Hey, what's going on
Hey,
here?
yeah.
What
What would a
happened?
truck show would be without lowriders? There's a company out of Iowa that builds custom baggers and lowriders and all that. This bike was actually built for Jay, and it matches a truck that he's got now that he's building to the T. I mean, the paint color, the striping,
Uh-huh.
and everything. And that's one of the reasons why I took a photo of this.
That's a cool looking hog right there, buddy.
Yeah, it's. I believe it's a Street Glide. I believe that's what the gentleman told me that
Yeah.
owns the business. But he had about 5 or 6 different models there, and they make some really nice bikes. And
What
this
do these
one,
start out at?
I asked him about something similar to what Jay has built here, and he said, and I would go with the Street Glide. I'm not that would probably be about the only bike I would go with on a Harley. He said it'd be around 40, maybe 50,000.
Yeah.
So not super expensive, but still, and
Save your nickels, boys.
yep, it's a custom built bike and
Yep.
gorgeous bike. I loved it.
Yep. All
One of
right,
Jay's truck,
back to
Dirty
trucking.
Business. Yep, yep. That's Jay had all of his trucks out. I've always liked this truck. I love the color. The interior is neat on this because it's kind of a tan color. You would think it would be
Hmm.
silver or black,
Or
or
black, yeah.
yeah, but it was at Rantoul last year. I took a bunch of photos of it last year, but just
Looks
love
good.
that truck. Love the color. It's a very rich color.
Looked good.
Yep.
Looks good. Hey, I want to take a second to say hi to Pete Zamora. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you on the show. And Jason Giusti. I'm gonna say met you, Eric, this weekend, and good to have you on the show with us. Brian, Monosmith. Is that right? If I said it right, Monosmith. I hope that's right. And I appreciate you chiming in, and thanks for being here. Jessica Newman also met you this weekend, Eric. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Tim, uh, the question you had was, is there a West Coast show? There's a lot of West Coast shows, and the best way to get on there is to find out about them is go to our website, and we've got all of the shows listed that we know about and people send us information on. So you guys can always do that. Go to the events tab and check it out. I've got to get out of here, Eric, because I've got other stuff I've got to do, and we're going to see a lot of these photos, of course, coming up when they go into the show report. So we'll definitely get back to more photos. I've got some other ones that I wanted to show from the ATHS, and we'll bring a couple of those on.
While you're doing that, John, I did want to mention. I'm kind of tipping the hat a little bit here, but Jamie did a preview of a truck that they recently built, and I'm hoping it will be in the magazine. So I'm going to tempt everybody with that. It was really really cool. I got the opportunity to take some photos of it and talk to Jamie about it, and he unveiled it at Dirty Business, and it was pretty cool. And like I said, I hope it's in the magazine for the article. But
I know which one you're talking about too. Yeah, I didn't show it, so we'll leave that for Dan to put in print
right,
and share with you guys. Josh, what is up, my friend? Miss you and Renee. Love both of you guys, and hope you guys are doing well. Pork chop and lamb chop. Those of you that know those guys, hopefully you'll give them a hello and a howdy too. Appreciate that. Here's I'm going to give a couple of shots here from the ATHS show that you were at, and this was a few weeks ago. Well, probably what, a month and a half ago now, right? Something like that.
no, it's been about 2 maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay, okay. So we're
Um,
gonna we're gonna we're gonna show you a few guys. Not I've got a bunch here. We're just gonna show you a few, and then I'm gonna let Eric go here pretty quick. But let's start off with these KWs. I'm seeing the same name on the door, so same company, one cab over and one 900 there.
that's the Alamines out of the Chicago area. Beautiful Freightliner that was at Sykeston in April, and then their W9. I talked to Tariq at the show quite a bit. In fact, talked to him and his dad probably for about a half an hour. They were at the booth with Mickey Gwillem and Tyler Gwillem, and just love that color combination. And they keep their equipment super super clean, just clean, great workmanship. I love the colors. It's kind of a unique color. They've redone the Freightliner. I've always loved cab over Freightliners, and this is a nice A model that was close to where I was hanging out at JC Alt's trailer, and it was fairly close to their trailer. I like that. I like that color. Very simplistic approach to it, but nice. Solid
Good
base
old A
color.
model colors, man. You know what? I
Yep,
mean, just a good old A model truck right there. I love it.
absolutely. So
Guys, too, keep in mind, so this was the national show. This was in Springfield, Missouri, right?
Springfield, Illinois, at the Illinois,
Springfield, Illinois?
right,
Okay.
at the Illinois State Fairground, and there were about a little over 700 trucks there at that show. It was down from the show in Virginia last year, but there still was a good turnout. And the people that I talked to, the folks that brought trucks, it was a lot of it had to do with the fuel expenses. They're just you just are having a hard time justifying spending that kind of money to come to a truck show.
No,
So
I hear it. No, I hear you.
um, it's all the things we've talked about, John.
Well, the point I was, bringing up, what the national show, this is the national show that you were at. The national show is coming back to Reno next year, guys, so everybody get that marked down on your calendar because we expect to see you all there. Team 10-4 will be there, and, we'll be doing what we do at the truck show, but can't wait. The last time in Reno was just so fantastic. What a great weekend spent. Just perfect weather, great venue, a lot of fun to be, of course, in the state of Nevada there, where there's a little bit of casino fun and good times going on indoors and out. So expect to see everybody there. I got a couple more here I want to share from this bunch.
That was
Wasn't sure
another.
what.
This was a Freightliner that was close to JC's trailer, and
Okay.
this was a clean truck. I liked it. There's no striping on it. I like the color combination. Some people didn't like it, but I thought it was kind of a neat color combination, and it's got kind of a low profile to it, which I liked that. And small bunk. Just I liked everything about that truck.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm not a hater. And I've enjoyed some of the Freightliners over the years. Where Freightliner has lost me, it's the interior. The interior's just not, it's not a Peterbilt. And I'm a Peterbilt guy, and I know Kenworth guys are gonna say the same thing, but the interior just just doesn't capture me, and that's where I'm sure there's probably things that could be done to change that, but, um
This was a gorgeous truck. It was down from JC's trailer. I like everything about this Pete. It's a unique striping scheme. I like that green color. It's got the classic headlights on it. I
Mhm.
like that style bumper. A lot of guys or a lot of people prefer the square bumpers, but I like those I've always liked the tapered bumpers because that
Tapered bumpers make a lot more sense for guys that go in on a lot of uneven, surfaces, and that way they can keep the same bumper a little longer.
absolutely, and it's a stand-up sleeper. But there were everything about this truck I like. The color, some of the classic accessories that it had on it. Really, really like that truck.
Well, nice job, Eric. Thanks for sharing,
Yeah.
both the shows and being out there and representing, of course, what's on the calendar for you? What's coming up?
2 weeks from this weekend, I'll be at Walcott, the Iowa 80 show. While I took a day off Sunday. I was close to Davenport, so I went to the Iowa 80 Truck Museum, and always enjoy going there. So be back there in 2 weeks. They always a great show. The Iowa 80 folks put on a first class truck show. The thing I like about Iowa 80 is there's a large contingency of ATHS trucks there, so you get to see a lot of the older classic trucks, and you
Mhm.
get to see the new show trucks. So it should be a good show. The thing about Iowa 80 is it could be hotter than Hades, or it could be raining. There's 2 feet of water on the ground, or it could be 75 and beautiful. So you just don't know what you're going to get as far as
Yep.
weather. But it's a fun show to go to, and I'm looking forward to it.
Are you gonna put up a, 10-4 tent? We're gonna have the
Well,
booth up?
we'll not have a booth, but we will be having. I just got this approved. We're going to be handing out magazines at the um, Roadworks Pete. That will be at Iowa 80. I confirmed that this week. So if you're at the Roadworks booth, checking out there, their goodies and visiting with the folks there. Stop on by. I'll have magazines and posters there to hand out, and I'll also do photographs and a show report with that show. So
Okay.
looking forward. John, thanks again for having me on. Always enjoyed doing this, and
Absolutely. Good to
thanks.
have you on, Eric. Stay healthy, stay cool out there, and look forward to having you back to do a show wrap here in a couple weeks. Next week's going to be a little different for me. I'll be out of town, but we will still have a show. I'm going to actually do a pre-recorded show, so we'll have a show at the regular time, but we'll be doing the following week. I think on the 13th, if I'm not mistaken. Um, we're going to have the guys from the Kenworth show that put that together on Studio 10-4. So that should be interesting. Catch on, why did Kenworth wait so long to kind of jump in and be like Peterbilt and do a show like the Denton show, and finally Kenworth is doing that now. So good for them. They deserve it. Kenworth owners are as dedicated as the Peterbilt guys, and now they got their own deal going on. So we'll have those guys on as well. But next week, a little bit different. Mr. Gary Jones, yes, everything is well. Eric, till then or before, we talk to you before then, take care, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Big John, thanks. You always do a great job
Appreciate it.
representing us, and appreciate you having me on tonight, big guy.
Absolutely. Stay good. Stay cool back there, all right?
Have a good time at the rodeo this weekend, man.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, take care.
All right, Mr. Eric Hill there with us today, talking a little weekend wrap and, of course, the ATHS show and the Dirty Business show. And haven't seen Gary, man. I've seen a little bit of Gary on social media here, but been kind of busy, buddy. And of course, you're selling, or have you sold? Is wasting money gone? Is it sold? Did you sell it? And I guess you're going to fix up that 359 that you bought, because I think you're pulling loads with that right now. So, and not a bad truck to be out working in, right? If you got a used truck that you find somewhere, and you can put it in service, then you do it. So haven't sold, wasting money. Okay, so wasting money still up there for grabs, guys. Get yourself one of the trucks on the Jones string, and see if yourself out there in a celebrity truck, man, and a nice one at that. That cab over is a beauty. So I get a percentage of that one though, right? EB2 is under the knife, huh? Okay, all right. Well, sometimes you got to do things right. Whether it's upgrades or just pure maintenance and stuff that you got to take care of. I want to take a minute, and I want to thank everybody that helped us to make the Souza Memorial. I want to talk about that show for a minute. Stinking Facebook, and this is, you would think it was me, but it wasn't. Um, it was a tongue twister. Souza tequila, right? I'm a tequila guy, so I know Souza tequila, but CG is Soza, Souza. Well, Facebook kept autocorrecting it to Souza. Anyway, I had to go back in and hand correct all the titles on that. And CG, if you saw that, sorry, buddy, it wasn't me. It was stinking Facebook doing that to me. So, but anyway, we got through it, and I want to thank the sponsors that helped us out. First, I want to thank Dickerson Custom Trucks. You guys know Dustin Dickerson and his team. Great bunch of guys. If you need anything done, definitely, whether it's a custom build, or you need some paint and body work, you need some polish work, whatever it is. Also, regular maintenance, anything that needs to just be fixed. They have a full service shop, guys. So don't hesitate to get your truck in there, and you can find them at DickersonCustomTrucks.com. Also, and a lot of you guys that are on the show right now are probably within range of him and being able to get service done. So I hope you guys are able to do that. Sick Rigs, man, our buddy Colby Kaliva, the West Coast polisher, out and about. He was there at the show and making rigs look bright and shiny. Want to thank him for being a sponsor of the Saturday show as well. Rogue Truck Body up in Kirby, Oregon, building the best transfers, end dumps, bottom dumps out there on the market, man. They made their bones on transfers and dumps. The bottom dumps and end dumps thing, I think it's there, and if it's not, it's coming back, I think. So we'll find out. We'll see what happens with that. John Murray, J&M down in SoCal, sales and service on trucks. John does all kinds of stuff out there too. So you guys are looking to buy something or sell something, get a hold of John. And any of our advertisers that I talk about, anytime you're like, well, gee, John, what's their phone number and all this other stuff? You know what? You guys can find them. Just go to the 10-4 magazine. In the back of the magazine, we have a service directory that lists all of our people. And I'm trying to get to that right now. I think I passed it. That looks like it. So there, the advertisers index right there. And all of our advertisers are listed by name and what page they're on or pages that they're on. And you can find out all their information there. You can also go to the website and you can check it out on the website real easy by going over to our advertisers. Bada bing. Click on it. And some of them have executable listings that you can click on and it'll take you to them, as well as some of the truck shows that are in here too. So, in fact, a lot of the truck shows are in here. All right, so we've got that for you. Last up on the website, TFK Truck Show. We talked big about this weekend, and that is getting pre-registered. So, the biggest thing that you guys can do to help yourselves out is to pre-register. Get pre-registered for our show. It is September 11th. All you do is go over here and click on pre-register your truck here. And there you go. If you're interested or want to find out about being a sponsor and how to do that, click here for more information to be a vendor or a sponsor or a donor. You know, if you feel like you want to give and you just can't be there, that's okay. You can donate. And I mean, donate sometimes means, you know, time and services, not money. So you got an idea, something you think that might be good for us and a good fit, let's hear about it. Click on there and let us know. We'd appreciate that. Again, you can get there by going to 10-4magazine.com or you can go to truckinforkids.org. Either way, it's going to take you right here to this page. I think I see a note here from Ashley. Yeah, what we've got going on. John, I wanted to thank every single person that came out and supported our show. We had a blast meeting new people and seeing all the beautiful trucks. We will be posting very soon some updates on what we made and posting the winners at the show. We feel so very blessed and loved from everyone. Well, that's very nice, Ashley, and I think everybody probably feels the same way. It's a good show. The only thing I can tell you is maybe, you know, change it up on the schedule on the calendar so that it's in a cooler time of the year, you know, spring maybe. I don't know. You know what, it's juggling. You just got to do the best you can and, you know, pick a date and throw a dart, pick a date and hope it works out. But I'm going to share with you guys. In fact, I'm going to bring it up right now. Chris Galvin, what's going on, my buddy, man? So Chris used to be a driver for me back in the day, back at CTR Trucking. Saw he and his lovely wife this weekend. So, yeah, nice to have you, buddy. Hey, there we go. So we got some conversation going on already. And Ashley, yeah, just for me, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. And Dan, the man's voting for April for next year for the Souza Memorial. A couple of things more about Souza too on our side, on the 10-4 side. So I found out this weekend that there was issues with Facebook. Go figure, right? Any of the, and not all of them, but some of the live streams we did, the audio is out of sync with the video. Apparently there was something going on and it was a problem with other users as well, because I have seen them for myself and I thought, holy crap, happened to you too? I wonder why. And I found out it is a Facebook issue. So don't get too irritated by it. One of the streams that we did, which is one I would recommend anybody watch, bringing that one up next. Actually, I'm going to bring up the lights on from Saturday night from the drone. But I want to tell you that we did a really nice info session with Dan, Tim, myself, and the ladies, Shannon, April, about Truckin For Kids. You guys want to find out more about what's going on with Truckin For Kids and, you know, answer any questions. Yeah, just go there and watch that and check it out. And Dan, you know, some of it is internet related. Basically, it means if you don't have a good signal, it's sending bits of information and they don't line up. They're like this. They're not staying where they should. And that's what's happening, and the audio gets out of sync. But wanted to share this. We did have some awesome footage that we shot from the 10-4 drone, Studio 10-4 drone up in the air on Saturday and Saturday night. We'll launch here in just a second and take it up. Happened to be parked right there and at CG Souza's car hauler right there. So now we're obviously up in the air, and our pilot Tim Sieben taking us up and around the show for a ride, getting his bearings a little bit there. See off in the left over there, that is where the Truckin For Kids and 10-4 magazine trailer booth and everything was set up at. That's the Godfather truck there, the Magini family Peterbilt. But our drone shot some awesome footage, man. It really does a good job, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the footage that we were able to bring you. And Tim's getting better as we go. He's getting more time on the sticks, and trying to give you guys a good shot of everything from up above. So appreciate you guys being along for that ride. If you guys want to check this out, it's posted up on our Facebook page, and you can watch it anytime. And thankfully for these, you're not seeing me talking, you're just hearing me talk. You don't see that out of syncness, but it's there. So just want to let you guys know. Thanks again, Dustin Dickerson, just Dickerson Custom Trucks, for sponsoring the lights both nights. Appreciate that. A lot of cool dump trucks down there, which is of course my thing. Got the Rogue bodies on most of them, and just a lot of real bitchin' tankers and hay haulers. I mean, real Central Valley representation of guys that were there at the show this weekend. Little Ray came up from Salinas. Some crazy fun stuff going on Saturday night that we did not capture, but it was definitely happening. Going to jam on down the road a little bit here. That's the Silva guys there with their heavy haul trucks. And it looks like, I think that's a support truck there on the end. I can't tell in the dark, but I think it was a support truck. But you guys get the idea. Appreciate you tuning in on Saturday night with us and watching that. In fact, you know, we're just about to the other end of the other side. I'll bring it back up because that is pretty cool coming back up on the other side. And let's see. He's just about there. The way that the lineup of trucks, where there was basically 4 rows of trucks lined up on either side of the parking lot, I guess is the best way to put it. And you guys can't see, well, you can see all the people right now, but you see how packed in right there it is. It was like that all the way up these rows for the most part. There was a lot of folks out and about, and it was pretty well attended. I think that spectators did do well and showed up in the masses on Saturday after it cooled off. So over here on the right that you're looking at, man, they had some beautiful trucks over there on both sides, but over on that right, it's where that beautiful classic Peterbilt combo was earlier during the day. I wished I'd have been able to capture him, but a former 10-4 cover truck too. So go back and look in the 90s, and you can't do that. Unfortunately, you guys, I can't either, but I wish if we had some digital copy stuff of that, man, we'd be able to. But yeah, Gary, your stuff probably is good. Like I said, Dan's internet is a little more challenging. But that being said, the internet plays a lot in how this works for the live streams, and there's so many moving parts to make a live stream work right. It's a challenge. Caleb, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in, man. Caleb Hammett, cover trucker right there, 10-4 cover truck. Appreciate you being honored. Pete Henderson, what's going on, my friend, from across the pond, as they say. Good to have you on the show. And yeah, there's a lot of things, the moving parts to make it either work or not work. And Facebook has its sets of issues itself too. So believe me, we try to work through as many of them as we can and try to get a good recipe different things together to make it happen so that you guys get the best possible product that we can put out there and make it so that it's fun to watch. All right, you guys, appreciate everything. Be looking for the new magazine coming out the end of the week. Big 4th of July weekend coming up. What's everybody doing? I hope you guys all have some good plans and you're going to be at places where you can hang out, barbecue, be with the family, do things that get you out of the truck and feet on the ground. And you can watch some fireworks on Monday. So 3-day weekend that can make it nice. Appreciate Jamie. Thank you for showing up always. I do appreciate you, my friend, and I hope things are going well. Can't wait to reveal through our channels the new build. Maybe next week I can slide it in there. I'll talk to Dan. He might want to keep that one for the printed edition. All you guys that are looking for gear, 10-4 gear, get over to our website and go over to the Stay Loaded tab on the website. And this is on every page, but just past it. There it is. Bang. Click on it. Get your 10-4 gear. There it is. Back row shirt, silver lining, and our logo shirt. All great shirts and available right now. So the best thing to do is when you see them and they're available, buy them because they're not going to always be there. We'll run out and then we'll have to get more made, or maybe we'll get some newer shirts too. Don't know. We'll see what happens. But know that we got them and we hope you guys get yours so that you can be 10-4 cool too. 4th of July weekend again for me, Folsom Pro Rodeo. I'll be there all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then of course Monday off. I'm going to have fireworks all 3 nights, so I feel pretty special, and I'm pretty excited about the fact that we're going to be getting a break in the weather. It's going to be under 100 degrees every day. We're only heading into the 80s, so that's a big bonus for us. Appreciate you guys. Keep the shiny side up. Look for next week's show. I will be traveling next week, but there will be a show. And we'll figure out what that's going to look like, and I'll put it together so you guys can enjoy it while I'm out on the road. And hopefully you guys will tune in and watch it too. So till then, take care. Jamie, happy birthday to your son. Dan the man, we'll talk soon. And if you're watching the show, maybe I should give you a call. That means you're taking a break. We'll see. All right, buddy. Take care, everybody. We'll talk soon.